Greetings and salutations, furry friends of Skavenblight. No, wait, I take that back. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Furry friends of Skavenblight sound more like some kind of Saturday morning hentai more than anything else. Yeah, I don't think I appreciate that one. Anywho, welcome back to New Skavenblight, where we have ourselves a quest. I apparently need an AI persona core to build my spaceship. I don't know why necessarily, but the game is telling me that I need this thing, and that the only way to get it is through various quests and such on. So I believe today's main objective will be waffling up on this little expedition of ours, which is going to be a bit of a long one as well, which is downright unfortunate, really. Oh, hello there. Oh, a dead guest. Okay. Let's just cremate that nice and quick. So, a few things have been happening. It's been surprisingly quiet again for a very long time, where not really a whole lot has been happening. I've repaired the base. Why is, what? Hans? Why is the oven not working? Oh. Solar flare. That's why the ovens are not working. Alright. I've repaired the damage after the mechanoids. I improved my defenses a little bit. Expanded them a little bit here and there as well. I spread out the wind traps a little bit more. Built a couple solar panels up here, you know, finished this up. And I am building a little bit more in the way of defenses here because, well, it's been a while since I've had an infestation, and that makes me a nervous little boy. I've also added in some steel spike walls here, some more flame turrets, the odd trap just because. Oh. Right, because, and yeah, suddenly it's 15 degrees inside there. That was quick. When did it? Ah, yeah. So it's probably due to the wooden auto doors? No, it shouldn't be due to the auto doors, because the auto doors only work like regular doors. It might be because it's just that many people running in and out that's sending the temperature skyrocketing. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but not the worst thing, I guess. It just means I need to go hunting again very soon. At least the taters and stuff doesn't spoil that quite that quickly. But everything has been repaired, everything has been rebuilt, and everything has been blissfully quiet ever since. I do have a new recruit, that is Welma. I started recording when I first got her because she was being pursued by a large number of Skavencers. But they had to go through the front, and so they ended up getting utterly slaughtered without any damage on my side. So I was like, okay, well, back to rebuilding, I guess. And Taylor, who is the daughter, I believe, of Pittman or Roslyn. She also just kind of wandered in out of nowhere, so welcome, I suppose. Right. The journey. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. I had a psychic drone going on, and I had guests. This is why Hannibal is here alone and no other guests, and also why there's a corpse lying right there. Because the females in the party went batshit and started killing all of the other people in the guest party. Almost killed one of my dogs too, the savage little shits, but luckily I managed to prevent that from happening. Right, so off on a journey, eh? I have prepared 40 packet survival meat. Now, how far was it to the objective? I think it was a bit of a distance. I might want to prepare a little bit more in the way of packaged survival meat. It also said that it would be dangerous over there, so that's where I need to go. These are peace treaties, which I don't give a flying shit about. So we can mark that, and that's 2.3 days, so 6 days, like a week, basically. Okay. Yep, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna toss in another... Make it 60 survival meals, and then I'll probably bring 6 to 10 people, I'm thinking. Because it mentioned that there would be dangers lurking wherever I was going, so I think it's probably best to go prepared. Now, On the downside, this also means that my base will be severely understaffed, which might be a bit on the interesting side. I'm not hugely worried about the front. It's been trapped up quite well at this point. And I've got these to soak some beginning damage. I got 2 heavy machine guns. I've got the double autocannon. I've got the energy gun. I've got the flamethrowers. I haven't rebuilt the stun canister, which is something I probably will do because those are quite useful. And I've got good cover, so if they go through the front, I'm not super worried. It's if they decide to dump down in the middle of my base, that things might turn a little bit complicated. Just a little bit. Should we make one there as well? No, I think that's probably wasteful. In fact, if anything, let me make one down there, and like one up here, because if they're starting to get into that area, I probably want to start stunning them a little bit. So if they dump down in the middle of my base, I do now have these 4 steel sentry guns, along with this uranium slug turret to deal with any heavy armored bullshit. I have yet to see any landing in this area, and so I've left it somewhat unguarded, which might turn out to be a really bad idea. If they try to mine through, I've got IEDs here, got one sneaky little IED in the mine there. I've also got a steel flame turret ready, just in case, as well as prisoner accommodations, should they wish to get through there. If they're going to go through here, I do have the flame turret up the most likely route. If they try to break through here, my defenses here are not great, honestly. I might extend this a little bit, perhaps. I might turn this into a little bit more of a melee choke point. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult, because it's all theoretical, isn't it? Since they can technically come from pretty much anywhere. If they land here, which, it's a bit of an open area, then there will be some IEDs waiting for them, along with a flamethrower turret, and if they try to go over here, at the very least I should be able to slow them down, so... I have prepared about as much as I think I can for this. Now, have you actually made those survival meals yet? No. Okay, let's actually make that a priority so that hopefully we will be able to leave on the morrow. It would appear as if one of the dogs have managed to make it into the alcohol storage area again. Let's see. Let's see. So I must have missed something when I expanded it. Hall? No, it's clear. How did you get into the alcohol? Ah, it's because you're assigned to inside rather than a hall. That is why, and indeed most of the dogs are assigned to inside rather than a hall. Okay, well, let us try and fix that, shall we? Before the rest of my dogs also get hammered out of their minds on alcohol. Why the animals are so fascinated with the alcoholic beverages, I do not believe I will ever truly understand, but evidence does indeed suggest that they are very, very interested in alcohol. Oh, and look, more foxes. I wonder if I can maybe steal one of these little foxes at some point. Now, your stats are oh, beautiful. Actually, never mind. I would not mind some more mood boosters at all, so let us try to steal away many, many of these little foxy creatures, yes. Not you, Smith. You don't have tails, so fuck you. What? My friend Patriarchy died. Expires in 14 days. Scusi? What now? What? I think the game may have freaked out just a little bit. Huh. Oh, okay. Well, that's certainly interesting. Patriarchy is apparently a zombie. Well, I mean, that makes a certain degree of sense, I suppose. In some way. I don't even. I'll plant some corn plants here. Right, okay, we've got our survival meats. We should have, I think, 4 alpacas. And we are just about ready to set off then, though it's raining like cats and dogs, which will make them very sad. Let's see if it ends. If not, we'll depart tomorrow, I suppose. I want to try and take care of their morale a little bit, seeing as they're going to be going on basically a week-long trip at this point. Jesus, 61 meals only provides me with 4 days of food? Ouch. Okay, should I go with a smaller party? Like, honestly, I think this is already a bit of a small party. The visibility is very high, yes, but if I'm going out looking for trouble... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. I think I kind of want to go with at least 8 people. Jesus, okay. Right. Excuse me, I suppose, whilst I cook up another, like, 30 meals. Holy shit. I guess it is very, very hungry work to be wandering through the wilderness, which... I mean, I suppose I do understand. I guess I get that it's kind of exhausting wandering for many, many miles whilst on high alert at all times. Right, well, get back to cooking. Alright, 6.4 days of food, forage per day, 50.5 bearings. Visibility is really high, but I'm expecting trouble, so I want to go out with a bit of a party. Alright, this seems reasonable-ish. I'm going to bring along a single alpaca, because it looks like I can carry everything I want to carry just by doing that. We've got the cloth sleeping bags with us, we've got some medipacks, we've got some... I believe... Damn it, I don't think I can actually bring the mortar, can I? No, I don't think I can. I've looked for the mortar. I uninstalled it, but I can't actually see it. So I guess the mortar shells are somewhat superfluous to requirements then, aren't they? Could I bring a Skaven 25... that's fucking heavy. No, I cannot bring a Skaven mortar. Well, I've got marksmanship rifles, so... hopefully that's enough. Or do I bring a mortar and pack animal? Honestly... It's still too heavy, isn't it? Yeah, it's still too heavy, even bringing another alpaca along. Damn. I want to bring 100 steel, because I want to be able to build some kind of fortifications where I arrive, just in case. And I don't... There's nothing else I really want to skimp on. But bringing that Skaven mortar along would be really helpful. I do have a triple rocket launcher, which is range... what? 36. I'll bring along the Skaven mortar instead, I think. Choose route. Okay, so the route will start there and go... Right, so... there. So my travel time, 3.27 days, 3.8, so 6... Yeah, pretty much 7 days. So they will run out of a little bit of food, assuming they can't scavenge, but... I think... yeah, we're gonna take that risk, I think. It's not as safe as I would like for it to be, but I need to get that item, and I do not want to leave underprepared. So we're bringing doctors, we're bringing steel for barricades, we're bringing everything I think we're gonna need. We're bringing medic pouches, we're bringing a little bit of melee, we're bringing a chemical mortar, a couple of wait, are those the baby alpacas? Apparently we are bringing the baby alpacas. Okay. I thought we would be bringing the larger alpacas, honestly. Maybe that explains their limited carry capacity. Right, well. Too late to do anything about that now, I suppose. I should have named them, shouldn't I? Instead of Alpaca 6 and 7, I should be like, Grown Alpaca 1 and 2. Oh well. D-fucking tails. But yeah. The Skaven mortar, I believe, yes, range of 50. So that will hopefully allow me to outrange like any support guns or automated defenses they might have, and just pummel them down from afar, nice and safe, whilst also carrying a nice amount of armor and small arms as well. I might get ambushed on the way, which it will be annoying, but I'd rather risk an ambush and bring enough firepower to deal with it, and bring enough firepower to deal with the presumably almost inevitable defenses where I will arrive, rather than, you know, not bring enough firepower with me. So they will go through there, then they'll go... Okay, that seems like a derpy route, but... yeah, this looks fine. It's tropical rainforest, so it's going to be shit moving through it regardless, but hopefully they will get to where they need to be, and hopefully they will get there whilst the base area remains nice and quiet. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Perhaps a hint unlikely, but that would certainly be nice. Right, meanwhile, I shall regale you with a tale of Norwegian politics, of all goddamn things. Now, yes, I know, I am well aware that most of you probably have no idea what is happening in Norway as far as politics is concerned, nor would I expect you to know anything about it, because our politics isn't as funny as American politics. It's far too nice and neat. Our politics, I love the fact that we have basically caught up with progressivism of the last, like, 5 years. Like, I saw an article in a Norwegian newspaper a few months ago. A couple of weeks maybe? I don't think it was as much as a few months, actually, even. Talking about how only white people can be racist. You know, the whole progressive stack and so on. And I'm like, wow, this is fucking quaint. This shit was in the rest of the world goddamn years ago. Oh, hello there. Why not turn to a photo as I explain that I have about strength and 5 penchant and 10 warriors. A machine collector named Black calls from nearby. I probably could take them because they'd have to be going through the front, but I mean, no, that's it's not worth it. It is not worth the risk. Could I take them? Yes, probably. Should I take them? Probably not, honestly. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about there was, some of you may have heard about, particularly in Britain, how a bunch of people left to join the Islamic State. Sweden had a huge issue with this as well. Also look for who's my highest social skill dude who's actually still left now. And there has been a huge uproar about whether or not these people should be allowed to return back to their countries of origin. So, you know, return to Britain, return to Sweden, return to Norway, and so on. Sweden, of course, like the massive country that it is, immediately pretty much threw open its arms and went like, yes, of course, come home. We'll even give you police protection and make sure you're safe and so on. Can't hear because of poor health. Really? You can't hear because of... Really? Well, okay, I suppose. Did somebody blow off your ear by chance? Yes, left ear cut off. Okay, well, I mean, I honestly don't necessarily think that will affect your ability to hear all that bloody much, because you could just turn the other fucking ear. But never mind, we'll send Queek instead, I guess. Oh, it's pretty much the exact same price. Well, components are components, I suppose, and I do really... Bullet ageless Darty's helmet. Okay, that is tempting, but no, I don't really want to take any Imperial gear in this playthrough, because it's probably overpowered as shit. Right, go Brian, grab the components. My opinion on this is very simple. These people are traitors. Just flat out. They are traitors to their countries. They went out and joined a terrorist organization whose stated goal was the destruction of Western civilization. I don't think these people have any right to come home to Western civilization and be like, hey, I'm back. You know, I want a fair hearing. I want to go through the Western justice system. I want to be taken care of. I want to be given police escorts. I want to be given free health care to deal with the probably trauma that I experienced from going to war in the Islamic State. I don't think these people deserve this. Now, you could make an argument like, oh, but we need to do this because otherwise we're no better than them. No, we are better than them. We absolutely are better than them. Our society is better than them. We are more welcoming than them. We are more advanced than them, flat fucking out. And the fact that we refuse to allow those who have committed crimes against us, those who have stooped to acts of barbarism and terror in the name of a backwards, savage fucking religion, the fact that we refuse to show these people the good graces that they rejected in our society, you know, fuck them. Fuck them. Oh, look, that was good timing, wasn't it? Muscle parasites on 3 people, all of which left on the caravan. Clap, clap. Thank you, RimWorld. Thank you very much, RimWorld. This fucking game sometimes. I can't even treat them, I don't believe. I mean, hell, even if I did treat them, it wouldn't actually matter. Muscle parasite, I don't think it's lethal. I do not believe... Fuck, can I even see them? Oh no, they are... Okay, they are treating them on the move. Okay, well, infection, malaria, pain, new entire tank quality. Yeah, it's not lethal, it's... Okay. Like, on the one hand, it's good that they can treat it. On the other hand, that's 3 of my 15 medkits, which I might have needed for, you know, brain injuries, or bleeding, or things like that, but... Oh, well, maybe I guess I should have brought... I guess I should have I should have been like, oh, of course they're gonna get diseased the moment they leave my goddamn fucking base. Oh well. But yeah, I do not. Why are you wounded? Oh, you started a social fight, did you, and got bit by one of the rabbits? Well, serves you fucking well, I suppose. But yeah, I do not believe in the slightest that this lessens us as a society. I don't think so at all. They had their chance. We give them every chance to speak their grievances. They lived in a free society. They could have talked about this all they wanted. They could have protested. They could have argued. They could have made the actual argument for the Islamic State, for the theocracy that they apparently wanted. They didn't. They went and joined a terrorist organization. I do not think we have any reason to like, they had it. They had our... Not pity. Our cooperation? No, they had our generosity, is actually the word I think I will choose to use there. They had all of the benefits of Western society. They had the legal system, they had the social system, they had the healthcare, they had the police system, they had the freedom of speech, free speech, as much free speech as exists in the West these days anyways, and they threw that away. That was their choice. But recently, Norway had been very steadfast in not taking back anyone who joined ISIS, which I was kind of just happy and a little proud of. Is okay, we're able to stand on principle here and say, no, these people are terrorists, they've made their choice, they get to live with that choice now. But one of them supposedly has a sick child. I say supposedly because we are not given any information as to this child's sickness. All we are told is that it is apparently very dangerous, and despite our government going out of its way to provide treatment options in Syria, where they are supposed to be kept and supposed to be tried locally because that's where they committed their goddamn crimes, we are told that that is not enough. We are told that she has to come home with the child, the mother included, and that they can only get that care here. Now, maybe the child is genuinely sick, and even then, honestly, that would not sway my opinion on this much, if any at all, honestly. But I don't even know if I necessarily buy that. Maybe that makes me a cynical cunt, entirely possible, but the secrecy around it as well. Oh no, we can't discuss the health stature of the child for security reasons. Like, okay. Security reasons, I see. What security reasons? Their personal security? Why would that be affected by the child's health status? Would it be, I mean, we're not asking you to tell us which hospital they're at. Or could it be that their personal security might be endangered when people realized that the child wasn't actually quite that sick? Just pure speculation. Again, maybe it is genuinely a sick child, but even in that case, I don't think that's a good enough reason. The argument is that these children are Norwegian citizens. I don't accept that premise. Their mother chose to join a terrorist organization, and at that point, her citizenship, as far as I'm concerned, should be null and void. Now, certainly, you could say that this is victimizing an innocent child, and yeah, to a degree, I absolutely agree, but too fucking bad. It is not a human right to live in the West. It is not a human right to live in Norway, in advanced societies. And these people who had this enormous privilege and chose to throw it away, I'm sorry. I didn't make you do this. I didn't do this to your children. You did this to them. And I simply believe that they should be kept where they chose to go at that point. I have very little sympathy for it. But so eventually our government gave in, and they had a whole song and dance about this, how it was the moral right thing to do, how this was a moral question to take the child back. And I would argue the exact opposite. I would say that this has failed the moral question. The moral question here is whether or not we allow terrorism, whether or not we reward it, whether or not we set a goddamn precedents, where if you go to a foreign country, you commit potentially war crimes for all we bloody know, she hasn't been investigated yet, you are then allowed to come back if you have a convenient excuse, which is what I consider it. I genuinely do. I am so cynical as to believe that this woman is more than capable of using her child as a means of returning to Norway, now that she has finally realized, oh shit, I had it pretty fucking good in that infidel country that I apparently was so desperate to escape. As far as I'm concerned, this woman is worthy of very little in the way of, Good God, this is like a third combat supplier now. Holy shit. This woman, in my opinion, is worthy of very little charitable interpretation, honestly. And part of our government, the Progress Party, which is the party I personally prefer the most at the time, they said no, this woman should not be allowed back to Norway on the principle that she is, as far as we are concerned, not only a terrorist, but a traitor to our country, which I entirely agree with. And the rest of the government then eventually, despite these very clear stated wishes, decided to circumvent this party. This is the second biggest party in the government. Without this party, the government basically collapses. Sad Wanderer Wales. Okay, good. Yes, their morale is collapsing because of that, so 2 in mental state. I hope... Does that stop them from moving entirely? No, they're still moving. Okay. That disease may very well have fucked me. I'm halfway tempted to turn back, but it's 19 days. It disappears in 14 days. I can't rest. I don't have time to rest. But with 2 people in a mental state. No, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna push on. That fucking disease, though. The worst part is that their mental state isn't even that bad. Their moods are kind of low, but they're still 16%, and yet 2 of them broke. That's very unfortunate. And luckily, the Progress Party decided to actually stick by their principles and say, no, we do not accept this, and they have now left the government. And this will probably end with the collapse of this particular government, which will, in the short term, lead in a left-wing government. The Workers' Party will probably seize power, which certainly does suck some ass, absolutely. But, well, I am glad to see that they're actually standing on that principle instead, because way too many political parties does this. They are willing to basically just bend over for a bit and go like, okay, well, you know, we want to stay in power. We like staying in power, and they will justify it, of course. They'll be like, okay, well, we can do more good in power than out of the government. But it really, politics should be far more about principles than it is today. Healbird, I thought I told you to grow corn, but okay. The lack of principles in modern politics really is a... Oh, it's the wrong growing field, right, never mind. It really is a big issue, in my opinion. And seeing a party actually choosing principles over politics was very, very refreshing. A poison ship. Did it land in the middle of my base for the 3rd time? No, it didn't. Huh. Well, isn't that fucking neat? Right, okay, well that will have to be dealt with. That will have to be dealt with relatively swiftly as well. Luckily, since it's outside my base, they will have to go through the front. I could leave it be until my party returns, but... No, I don't think so. I think I want to deal with this as soon as possible, so... we're going to have Kyle get some good meat there, and we're going to have Patriarchy and Quook man the mortars. Speaking of manning the mortars, there's the 3rd mortar. Since I can't bring that along, I might as well reinstall it. Right. Where's Patriarchy? There you are. Right. Prime Executor died. Okay. Prosthesis. Wow. Apparently, there's just a billion trade ships overhead right now for some mystifistical fucking reason. And just as Arch, my trader, left. Oh, who'd have thunk that? Who'd have thunk that indeed? Sigh. Alright, well, let's start bombarding this thing and see if we can't get its, whatever's inside of it to pop out. So far, no reaction. No reaction. Really? You're just gonna let me blow that shit up? Huh. It certainly looks like it, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. I mean, I'll take it. Really? Huh. I guess that must have been something they patched in or something, because I'm pretty sure... I am pretty sure they usually deploy... They deploy the mechanoids inside immediately upon taking damage. At least that's what's usually happened, but not this time, apparently. Not that I'm bloody complaining. Let's see, is there any prosthetics I would like here? Advanced bionic leg, 7,000, you don't say. 7,000, I see, I see. Go fuck yourself. Oh, this is Logar the Second, because Logar the First was mauled to death by a cat. And this is Dawn. They snuggle a lot, which is good, because it makes people happy. I kind of wish they would get to fucking, honestly. I wish Dawn and Logar would actually bang one another, because I'm having way too many of these useless puppies, which mostly just get turned into food, because they don't snuggle enough. What are their snuggle intervals? Wait, one? Really? Oh, I thought there was five. Never mind. Okay, they've been dying. Archie's... Oh. I thought Arch was incapable of walking there for a second. They've been dying a lot in vain, though. But honestly, there's too bloody many of them. Holy hell. Like, just, no. I'm sorry. I don't want to be killing these, but... Holy hell, the Rottweilers... The rate at which they fuck one another is truly magnificent. It's impressive is what it is. I wish the sheep would fuck at anywhere even remotely close to the velocity of my dogs. Speaking of, are we there yet? 0.7 days left. 2.7 days of food left. I feel like we've been moving a lot slower. 5.3 tiles per day. Ah, yes. I think we're actually moving 1 tile per day slower than we were supposed to. But, oh well, we'll reach there eventually. Nya is still wandering in a sad state. I forgot to bring her Psychite. I forgot that she's addicted, so that was a relatively retarded thing to do. Planetarium shouldn't be an issue because they tend to doze up quite heavily, so I don't think that'll be a problem, but... Well, I didn't think I need to bring more medikits either. I didn't think that disease would be a problem, so... Maybe I should not think too much and instead just, double up on the planning. That might actually be a decent idea. So I've got 3 wind traps. I should actually get a 4th wind trap, because I feel as if I've been decreasing in my planetarium for a while now. I don't know, I feel like I've been hovering around 3 to 5 for a very long time, and I have gotten a lot of new rabbits recently, so maybe we just toss up one more just to be sure. Just to be sure. And pretty much just as soon as I said that, Roslyn ran out of her planetarium. Of course she did. I thought I'd check them for planetarium first, but apparently I didn't check well enough. Okay, so... This is the item stash area. Rachel says there may be danger ahead. Dolman is on the proper structures and have calls right before much for own risk. Okay, right. AI nonsense. And where precisely is this? Oh, it must be in one of these structures, right? Right. So that's the only structure with a roof. So that presumably is the structure in which the thing is. Alright. So Roslyn is going to wander around sadly, and there goes Mittens as well. Good. What was Mittens' problem then? Exhausted. Really? You just arrived. Oh, everyone is... Of course, we arrived in the middle of the fucking night. God damn. This is why I don't do expeditions much in this game, because I feel as if they are way too difficult to control half the fucking time. Sigh, 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 sigh. Right, okay. I have no idea what's in there, so I'm just gonna deconstruct... What? Oh wait, no, that's somewhere else. Crap. Alright, go there. Go. Zoom in. What exploded? I don't fucking even know. Okay. We're gonna destruct that. And we're gonna go like over here. And we're gonna set up a little bit of a firing line. With a good amount of range. Passive cooler. Rhinoceros. Nothing. Okay. Right, so just give Persona Core to Pack Animal. There we are, and now we can leave again. I should have just sent one dude in the fucking transport pod, shouldn't I? Good God. Right, reform caravan. You're bringing the Persona Core, right? Yes, you are. Okay. If I drop the steel, no, that doesn't increase my movement speed, really. It doesn't look like it, no. Oh wait, no, this is to my... Wait, is it? What? Okay, so this is dropping off. This is bringing with. That's odd. Okay. So am I bringing this thing? Yes. 1.87 kilos. So I am bringing the Persona Core as far as I am bloody aware. I could also bring some steel, which would reduce my speed, but why would I want that? I could bring kibbles, and everybody's brought with them. Alpacas, yes, yes, yes. Choose route. Back home. 4.8 days. Really? Why? I don't even know. Okay, so it was 3 days one way and 4.8 days the other way. And that will just slow me down, so there's... I don't even fucking know. I don't even understand right now. Okay, right, just... choose... Right, yeah, just... No, 3.4, what? I don't think I'll be doing caravans very often, honestly. This is confusing nonsense to me. Oh, this will take 4 days. What, really? I thought it would take 3 days. Yeah, it will take 3 days. What the fuck are you... Yes. Caravans... Annoying. Very, very annoying. This is why I don't do trade caravans. Right, anywho, we successfully got the AI Persona Core, although I'm genuinely annoyed at how we got it, because I brought all of these people, I made everything way more difficult for myself, and there was nothing there. There was no reason to take all of these precautions. I should have just built a transportation pod and shot them at it. Problem would have been solved. But no, the game had to go and make me paranoid and be like, oh no, 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 there'll be dangers there. Aye. Here be fucking sea monsters. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good day.